Hello mga momski! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's episode, I'm going to teach you how to cook my garlicky and creamy meat steak. So this is what you have to cook for your husband so that he will love you more. I guarantee you this is a perfect recipe for him. Okay? So this is a meat steak that is braised slowly in pork broth. It is very soft and tender pork steak, and then we top them with a garlicky garlic that we fried, and it has caramelized onions, and the cream sauce is really to die for. Perfect for rice. I am sure your family will love this recipe. By the way, from now on, I'll be calling subscribers and viewers as Momski. Okay, let's start. So on a heated pan, let's add some 3 tablespoons of oil. Okay, make sure that it is hot before we add the next ingredient. Now we add 1/2 bulb of garlic chopped. Okay, and then let this brown for a bit. So now the garlic is almost ready, and we will going to drain the oil and set this aside. Let's now go to our meat steak. So I have here with me 2 pork steak that I divided into 2. So we have 4 pork steaks in all. Then we will add salt and pepper on both sides of the pork steak. Season this very well. Okay, mga momski, so we're now back to the pan where we fried our garlic. As you can see, the oil is still there. Okay, so the oil is flavored with garlic, so we will not waste that. I added around 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter, and we're going to melt this in the oil. Then we were going to fry the pork steak that we seasoned a while ago with salt and pepper on both sides. So we will brown this up. Okay, and a very important tip here, when you are browning or searing the pork steak, remember to just stay it as it is. Do not move it around or pick on the other side. For 3 to 5 minutes, do not touch the pork. As you can see, the pork has a very nice color. We brown it on both sides for 3 to 5 minutes. And now we're ready to set this aside. The bottom of the pan where we fried our pork, it has a lot of flavor going on there from the pork itself, from the garlic and the butter and the oil. So we're not going to waste these flavors, and we're going to use this again. Okay, to this flavored oil, let's add 1 white onion, large onion slice, and we're going to saute this in the flavored oil. So let's now add 3 cloves of garlic chopped, and we're going to brown this again. So after the garlic and the onions are cooked, we're now going to bring back the pork steak that we have cooked a while ago. To this, we're going to add 1 cup of pork broth. Okay, so this is actually a pork cube that I dissolved in 1 cup of hot water. So if you don't have pork broth, use a pork cube. And we're going to cover this. We're going to cover and simmer this for at least 30 minutes or until the pork is tender. So let's now check on our pork. As you can see, it is simmering very well and the pork broth looks amazing. I could tell it is really very flavorful. So by using a fork, we check if the pork is already tender. Okay, so at this point, I will again set aside the cooked pork. Okay, it is already very tender, so we'll just remove them for a while. While the broth, we're going to make an amazing sauce out of this. Okay, to this broth, we will now add 1 small can of button mushrooms, already sliced into pieces. We will now cook this mushroom for about just 2 minutes until the broth is boiling again. So after 2 minutes, we're now ready to add 250 ml of all-purpose cream. We'll now whisk the sauce with the cream, and we're just going to boil this until the sauce is incorporated. While the sauce is boiling, we'll now add some black pepper to the sauce. So now that the sauce is boiling, we're going to taste our sauce. It's good and we're now ready to plate the dish. Okay, mga momski, one of my favorite parts of cooking the dish is plating the dish. So let's start by adding some sauce, the cream sauce, on our pork steak. So we're now adding the cream at the middle of the pork steak. To the cream sauce, we're now going to add some mushrooms also at the middle of the plate. Then we're going to add some caramelized onions. So caramelized onions is just sliced onions that you fry in a little oil, and then it is not too brown, just lightly brown, but the onions should be soft. So we will place these caramelized onions all around the plate. We will now add the fried garlic that we cooked during the first part of our cooking. The garlic will add crispiness and crunchiness plus flavor to the dish. I love it. So we will now add parsley, any kind of greens that you like, any herbs that are color green, so that the color green will pop out of the creamy white dish. Here now is our finished product, mga momski, my creamy and garlicky pork steak. Till our next episode, mga momski, I hope you will try this dish at your homes. Thank you guys for watching. Till our next episode. Bye!